So we're so excited. We're back again with our fourth instalment. We're talking to associations about how they've been impacted by COVID. And in this instalment, we're talking to Amelia Morello from the Dance Educators Professional Association, DEPA for short. So thanks for joining us, Amelia.
No worries, my pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For having
Thank
me.
you so much. So I'll just kick off and ask you, how was your association impacted by COVID? And over the past 6 months, what did your association change to support members and what stayed the same?
Well, mainly our face-to-face professional development opportunities have been impacted. Obviously, with lockdown and social distancing, we haven't been able to run some of our professional development courses. We had a 2-day course called Emotion that was planned for the middle of the year. It was all planned and ready to go, and then obviously we weren't able to run that. In terms of the changes we've made in the past 6 months, we opted for an online professional development opportunity with Bangarra to explore appreciation for HSC dance, and that had a really positive result with the dance community. So over the last 6 months and projecting into 2021, we're really going to be looking for more online opportunities to get in contact with members and really support them that way.
Okay.
That's great. That's it. Who is Bangarra? You want to explain who Bangarra are a little bit?
Bangarra Dance Theatre is a dance company. In Stage 6 dance, we have course prescriptions, so set works that students need to study. And so Bangarra's Terrain is one of the set works for study. So we were able to get Francis Rings, who is the choreographer of Terrain, on Zoom and speak with some of our members, which was really valuable.
That's fantastic. So in terms of members, do you think your members have an altered view because of what's happened over COVID in terms of how they relate with you and the value of your association?
I'm not sure about an altered view, but they definitely got into contact with us around the changes that were made with NESA and the course due to COVID. So, for example, HSC core composition, students were no longer able to teach another dancer their composition work, and instead they had to perform it on their own bodies. So our members really looked to us to find out what these NESA updates were. Lisa Munns, our president, was in a lot of close contact, well, continual contact with John Montgomery, who is the head of creative arts at NESA. And so we were able to really kind of relay information frequently to our members to kind of support them through those changes, which happened there were a lot of changes throughout. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, that's true. There've been, I think, quite a few associations have had quite a few interesting meetings with NESA in terms of some of the changes and some of the implementations that are coming, particularly with the New South Wales Curriculum Review. So, yeah, it's good to be on top of that now with your members. I guess the other thing is, as an association, certainly behind the scenes and on your committees and that, has your association looked at some of the risks that have been thrown at you over this and how to mitigate those risks over this period?
About risks in terms of COVID?
In terms of COVID and the impact of those, on your association?
Yeah, mainly just looking at less face-to-face and more online opportunities for professional development. Looking into 2021, we're seeing if we can do a bit of both with one professional development opportunity, seeing if we can provide that online and face-to-face so that we can reach as many members as possible, but also stay within COVID guidelines and restrictions.
Yeah, that's good. That's a nice segue for you, Devane.
Yes. So what are you, I like that, David. Yeah. So what does 2021 look like for your association? So what are you thinking in regards to planning and implementation for 2021?
Yeah, so like I said, looking at, I guess, a fusion between online and face-to-face professional development. We are thinking of seeing if we can bring our conference that didn't quite happen this year into next year, but obviously we'll have to continue to look at the advice and what's possible. Also, the course prescriptions are being updated for Stage 6 HSC dance for core and major appreciation. So in terms of 2021 onwards, we'll be really looking at creating some valuable professional development opportunities so that teachers feel really equipped and ready to be teaching those new courses, those new appreciation works.
Because your association deal with so much very hands-on and very practical type PL. How's that got around? And how are you getting around that in terms of using the online format?
It has been difficult, to be honest, like dancing through Zoom, and there's usually quite a delay in terms of who's playing the music and then the movement that's being performed. So it has been a lot of trial and error, and just trying your best, to be honest. Yeah. Also HSC dance, it's usually performed as a solo. Sorry, what's that?
Oh, so you've learned a lot about
I think we've frozen. Perseverance, yes, definitely. Sorry, my Zoom just froze there. But yeah, perseverance, resilience, and just trying to get it done as best as you can.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think, just very quickly, do you think it's also given the kids a different perspective too, and maybe opened up some other ways that they may have not thought about in terms of how they perform or how they get their I guess, skill across?
I guess I can only speak from a personal perspective here with looking at the students that I've taught this year. I think with COVID, it had a really mixed response with the students, but the students that I had this year, it all made them really appreciative of school, the teachers that they had around them. And I guess they really missed face-to-face learning when online learning came about. So in that sense, it was positive in that they appreciated what they had before they lost it due to lockdown. And when they came back, they were really willing and ready to learn, and they valued the face-to-face so much more, because in dance, it has to be face-to-face, and it is a lot of individual facilitation with students. So I think they just valued it so much more when they came back.
That's great. That's fantastic. Well, look, really, thank you, Amelia. That's fantastic.
Thank you, Amelia.
Great.
No worries. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. That was really, really informative. And I know a lot of the association members will get a lot out of this video and your thoughts and input.
Good luck.
Wonderful. And I really wanted to hear the other associations and what they have to say as well.
I've got the links, so I can send them to you.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we'd be really interested in that. Yeah.
Amelia, are we still...
hang on. No,